Let's see if we can't turn this chicken scratch into something slick and pretty like this. Hey homies, what's up? It's Ryan Wynn, and this is Running Lapse. Welcome to Running Lapse, the Procreate time-lapse series where I normally take a sketchbook snapshot of something I've drawn, then drop it into Procreate on my iPad and get to inking and coloring or painting or whatever it is we're doing that day. And what we're doing today is taking a still from an illustration that was part of a set of samples I did for DC Comics, a story about Damian Wayne and Dick as Batman versus Ra's al Ghul. And it's something that I wanted to just play around with a little, so I took the page and cut and pasted it and was going to have Robin just swing his batons over the ninjas, sort of a final act in the scene. And then I was like, you know what, no, I need to practice the fundamentals of animation, and a run cycle is something I want to get good at, so I'm gonna turn this into a run cycle where he's coming at us with his batons. And it looks a little South Parky here. We'll smooth it out, and it'll look less like paper cutouts and more like classic animation here in just a few minutes. And you see those pink patterns laid over, that is an overlay pattern, or an overlay layer that I put down, and I figure out the trajectory and the pattern that the batons will use. If you've ever seen the pencil drawings or the ink line art for animation cells, you will often see these little patterns off to the side with numbers and lines and almost like part of a grid, and that's usually how they decide where things will be for those certain frames. The numbers indicate which frames, and the lines usually indicate where the certain thing they're tracking is, whether it's an eye line or a headline, or in my case the batons. Now we have this little Robin sliding into the scene. I'm going to get more into that in another video where we talk about action and reaction and stuff. In this one we're just looking at Robin running at us. And in a moment we'll also have Ra's al Ghul, who is my favorite Batman villain. Damian is my favorite Robin. Dick Grayson was my favorite Robin until he became my favorite Batman. And then Damian, during the Frank Quitely and Grant Morrison run, became my favorite Robin. I haven't been too much of a fan of him after his death in that series. I don't feel it was the same character. I don't feel he's been written the same. And that's fine. Other people love that. I know a bunch of you really like that character and love Super Sons. But my Robin is dead. So I love doing these light bursts like we have coming out of his little demon eyes here. It's a very Rankin Bass sort of 80s animation. If you're not familiar with that term, that's an animation studio, and they did a lot of the really cool animation in the 70s and 80s, like the Lord of the Rings animated movies, and things like Thundercats, and the intro to Thundercats is one of my favorite things. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm doing a fake Batman and Robin cartoon intro. Hopefully by summer it will be done. It takes about an hour to do a second because I'm still learning. And here it took a couple hours just to get this final 2.6 seconds or so. And I'm going to add the final flashes of light and reflections on Robin here. And we've got the green representing the Lazarus pit. And we're going to get the final here in just a second. All that work for 2.6 seconds. And there it was. Alright, stay tuned. I'm going to have videos coming up about my new creator-owned book, Rip Rider. We'll talk about that this week. And also, you can go to alternaaccess.com and order Gods and Gears 1 through 4. Issues 1 through 3 are out. 4 is on its way to the printer. Sorry, I pronounced that weird. On its way to the printer. Anyways, until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and take it easy.